WIFTV PM. WIFTV PM.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
Trigger with instructor Mike on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Why? Why? Because someone told a great guy no.
No! God, please, no! No!
And he told that no, and he said, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and turn that no into next opportunity. That's the latest book I just released, what I tell myself about no, because children who do not understand the power of rejection and the propulsion that occurs inside it becomes adults who can't take rejection, and your next opportunity could be right around the corner if you just understand how to use that no. And that's why we exist at What's in It for the Black People Media Network, because someone took a no and said, I'm going to create next opportunity. You're not silencing the voice, because that's what's in it for the black people, is the truth. Not always that you want to hear. It's the shit that needs to be said, because our ancestors fought and died to give us the right of access. And who the fuck are you to tell me no? Only on What's in It for the Black People Media Network.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
WIFTV.
Live from your studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. With Dawn Millhouse.
Good morning. Good morning, sunshines. Good morning, Lisa E.
Good morning. Happy Throwback Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Esco.
Good morning.
And Ron Rilla. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you be? How's everybody? How's everybody?
You know what? I'm feeling really good today, guys.
Gucci.
That's good.
You're energetic as usual.
Yes. I wake up and I play my Kanye West
Hey.
for president.
Which one?
Ad.
Okay.
This one,
Is it the one that
where he's talking about family.
It's dope.
He's talking about God.
That is
business.
dope. I saw it the other day. That was dope. I'm not voting for him, but it was a dope
Yeah, he's not
commercial.
on the Illinois ballot, but
Yeah. I'm not writing him in either. But it was it's a great commercial.
Inspired guy.
It is indeed. You're the hardest working woman I know, right?
You talking to Lisa?
No, I'm talking to you.
Lisa, never
All
stop
of us.
No, I'm
working.
talking to you.
No, you're in that category too. I'll have to say that's true.
Big, huge facts.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. That means so much coming from Don Millhouse.
I hope you mean that.
I do.
Look, I'll pay you later. Good morning, sunshines. It is Thursday, October 15th. And guess what else? Oh, and you're listening to the Book of Dawn with Lisa E. Esco, Ron Rilla, and the whole What's in It for the Black People Media family. 9 to 11, Monday through Friday, even holidays. The hell? I'm telling you right now, Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Guest host.
Replay, rebroadcast. Okay, do the reread.
I'm gonna take about 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then we
Don't
just
tell Maze yet.
Oh yeah, well, shh! Don't tell Maze that
Don't
we're
tell him
gonna
it's
take
our
off.
secret.
Nobody tell Maze,
Right.
and even if he's listening from the car, we will not be here for the holiday.
Book of Dawn. Circle of Trust.
Shh,
It's just
whole
us,
thing,
guys.
just between us. But y'all be here because we can rebroadcast. How about that part? And guess what else today is? One of my favorite days.
Payday.
Oh,
The 15th, right?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. It is the 15th. But they don't get paid today. Do the people that get paid on the 1st and 15th, they get paid on Thursdays? I didn't
If
know.
it's the 15th,
If it's
Oh,
the 5th,
I'm gonna spend my money.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Right.
Well,
Look at
dang.
my face.
I wish my popcorn sale started today. You know, our charity is hosting a popcorn fundraiser. We start tomorrow at 8 a.m. with Double Good Popcorn. You will all get the link. I'm going to
Okay.
put the link in
Okay.
the feed. 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have a contest going. And I want to win.
Don's
Okay.
winning.
Yeah, we're about to popcorn it out. It is popcorn season.
And I'm really into popcorn right now. Seasoned, or what do you call it?
Yeah.
Craft popcorn?
Oh, this is what it is.
Right?
Yeah,
it's
so
a
they have
never
like
never,
it ain't easy being cheesy. Like it's all these super,
like spicy.
Yeah, they have that too. I heard the spicy one. My girlfriend said the spicy one is crack. I said, oh,
See, yeah,
good
that's
like,
my-
it's good like that.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
I can't do the super spice. My tongue can't take that.
But guess what else today is?
Oh my gosh.
Global Hand Washing Day. My favorite thing in the world to do.
That should
No.
be every day.
Listen. I am a hand. You see these nails that I pretend like I keep them low like this because it's Oprah like. It's because I wash my hands and my hands are always in water or bleach. Nails will not live.
They won't.
Yeah, and I'm good with that because guess what? My hands are clean, and these little bit of nails I have are clean.
So hand washing, that's not sanitizer, because I don't like sanitizer.
Well, you have to use sanitizer if you can't get to a sink.
Right,
Do
if
something.
you have to, but I hate the touch of sanitizer. But I'm a soap and water. If I could walk with my own soap and then take water and pour it on me and put soap and water, I would rather do that.
yeah, I would rather wash my hands with soap.
Or hand
Well,
wipes.
I would rather you both.
I always
However,
wash my hands.
I do like, but however,
But some people would rather use hand sanitizer.
I mean, people live off my sister loves sanitizer. I'm like, I don't like the feeling on your skin. Plus, that's a whole nother.
I think
That's
you just
dirty.
have to find the right one. I have
dirty.
a really good one. It's not cheap, but I have a really good one in my purse that I use fairly regularly. It just depends on when you're able to get to soap and water.
I mean, in the summer, when I get inside the house, I wash my feet.
Do you?
As soon as I get
especially
home,
if you
I
have
have
on
to-
flip flops, right?
I just
Yeah.
have to wash my feet.
wash my feet.
Wash my feet. Right. I do that too, though. But I wash and I like to exfoliate. I like to put the sands because I like to keep my feet really soft.
I have very delicate skin, so some of that exfoliation might be a little bit
It's
abrasive
a little bit abrasive, yeah.
on my face, but on the feet, yes.
Yeah, feet. I don't do it on my
I
face.
do
I'm
it
the same too. I'm very
once a week,
Yeah,
body
my
exfoliate.
skin is very sensitive, so I have to use like sensitive.
Yeah.
And you know, you can always make your own, right? There's ways to make. I can show you.
I did.
Okay.
Me and my girls.
Okay.
It was a whole thing. They had the whole thing, and then we put it together, and I felt really great about it, and then I forgot it.
No, I can show you.
It had no chemicals. It
Because
was natural.
you don't because you don't need chemicals. You know, you can put honey and lemon and sugar in your.
We put the oil.
Yeah. It's what essential oil?
Yes.
Did you have tea tree or
I
eucalyptus?
believe lavender. I'm a
Yummy.
lavender girl.
Are you
Essential oil.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Those are important, and you can make your own hand spray too. I have a.
See, I don't trust myself with that. I'm gonna feel like it's not good enough. I'm
Oh.
not a chemist.
I'm not either, but the key is having the right content. You can do everything. DIY is everything right now.
I DIY a lot of things.
Do you?
But chemicals, I don't know. I'm just.
It's
nervous.
only alcohol. Don't be nervy. So you can do
Son,
it.
I made you some. Wait, why are my hands burning?
Right. In the smug on fire.
I need aloe. I got in the shower and I keep forgetting this blister. Look, I don't want to give people the finger, but I burned it on my toaster oven. I've never burned my fingers ever on a toaster oven. This thing said, "Zzz," and I got in the shower this morning and I didn't realize, and the water hit it, and I felt like I reburned it. Yeah, it's going through its stages right now.
I'm always eating something spicy or with lemon, so my fingers are.
Ooh, I could just. Ooh, no lemons on my finger.
Lemons on my finger. Lemons are good in your water in the morning when you wake up. Hey, listen, today is exciting. We have Tina Hone, the Chief Engagement Officer from the city, is going to call in and talk to us about being counted and the importance of being counted. And, if you haven't done the census, shame on you. It takes like 3 minutes.
3 minutes, and today is the deadline. They kept pushing it back. They kept pushing it back.
Your boy wanted to end it today. Mr. Spray Tan.
What?
Yeah.
That's Ron's boy.
Hey, I don't know that guy.
Well, apparently
You
it's
know
Ice
kin to
Cube.
me?
Apparently it's Ice Cube's boy. Ice Cube's getting some heat allegedly.
First of
for-
all, he came on the Maze Jackson show about 3 years ago.
Cube did.
Had a great conversation with
Yeah,
Maze.
yeah.
Fast forward, a lot of what he's saying sounds quite familiar.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. And then later on, we've got Sam Silk, top
The
radio
silky one.
personality,
Ooh, I'm so
Chicago
excited. I didn't want to fan
born.
out.
Yeah, Chicago
brushed
born,
my hair today.
author, philanthropist, entrepreneur, all that. Relationship counselor. His book is deep. I didn't read his first book, but I read the second one. Is it them or me? And baby,
Yeah, Sam is
this conversation is not going to all happen in one day, because that book is layers and levels of get your mind right before you jump in a relationship. It's really deep. And then tomorrow we have Victor Love from Josephine's Soul Food, Southern Cooking. Josephine Southern Cooking coming in. And guess what happened last night? We got a call from Teresa Griffin and Adele Givens, and they're going to join us tomorrow.
Oh,
They have a Sweetest
That is
Day
so awesome.
car concert happening Saturday night, because Saturday is Sweetest Day, ladies. So
I'm
today
single
is,
though. Can I go?
of course you can. A group of 4
Okay.
is the you get it. You party in your car. You know,
Yes,
they've
I'm always
had
the
all these
third or fifth
drive-in
wheel.
concerts
Yeah.
for the last. I know BBD had one in Cincinnati. They're all over. They're doing these all over, and they're doing one on Saturday. So Sweetest Day is for the girls to take the guys out. So if you work for the city
Wait,
and you
so
got
we need to
paid
get something
today,
for Ron.
Yeah, I'm single, ladies.
yeah, all the
He said that really fancy. Yeah, I'm single, ladies.
We'll just tell them how you really feel. But yeah, so check us out tomorrow. But you can go on Eventbrite and put in Adele Givens, Teresa Griffin concert. I'll have the exact thing and put it in the thread.
So we can all be sweeties. So Maze. Oh, so maybe Maze is surprising all his ladies over here tomorrow for Sweetest Day.
Oh, is
I don't know. I'm just saying
Have
that
you
loud.
heard
So
all
maybe if
about
he
it
hear,
now?
because then it'd be like
Another
oh.
manufactured.
look.
Hey, you know what? But if
it's
it's
supposed to be about the men,
but if
and the
it's
women
po-
expect the gifts.
But I do things though. You can be, and you guys can be my sweeties too. Like you guys are my sweeties. All 3 of you are my sweeties. So I don't have a problem.
No problem.
I got breakfast tomorrow for everybody.
Well, not for everybody, because
Well-
I don't eat nothing. I don't eat meat.
I'm eating.
But
Right.
But
In honor
everybody,
of Dawn.
I probably wouldn't eat breakfast anyway. I'm the non-breakfast eater. If I eat breakfast, it's at lunchtime.
I used to
me
be like
too.
that. And then I got up at 3:30. So
Yeah.
by 9, I want a steak.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Right. When you do, especially if you do morning radio, by the time it's 8, 9, 10 in the morning,
Right. And
you're
there's
like,
nothing open.
right.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I could really
And
go
you're
for
like,
some
damn, I
jerk.
could go for a gyro. I could go for a just a omelet, whatever.
Polish with-
Yeah.
Maxwell's always open. So shout out
It
Maxwell.
stay open. They stay ready, don't they?
That's that drunk
Polish
food.
does sound good.
Maxwell is that drunk food.
You know what? They got a mean fried
Bad
fish.
decisions.
Old non-real ass fish sandwich that
I met some
go
great
over there.
people in those lines, guys.
But can
Let
I
me tell you?
Let me explain something
We've
to you,
cried
Lucy.
together.
Don't get them hot peppers, baby.
I need to get
Your whole booty hole is gonna be gone. Okay. Let me tell you how foolish I was. I don't even drink soda pop, but one day I was smacked. Drove over there, got the fish sandwich, extra tartar. I'm like drunk eating. And you want hot peppers? Yeah. Grabs air. You want something to drink? Me, haven't had soda in 30 years. You give me a Pepsi. I drank the Pepsi after I bit the hot pepper. On God, I almost died in my car.
oh my gosh.
Nobody told me that you don't drink soda pop on hot
Carbonated.
peppers.
Ooh, no.
Reactors.
I was like, when
Give me some more tartar sauce.
I thought I was going DIE. You hear me? It was bad. It was bad. Never again, though. Never again. I won't drink milk, but I just won't eat it. Don't bite the pepper. It's hot like ghost peppers.
Throw it back there. Remember Bijan's? Oh.
I don't remember it. I lived down the street from it. And
Is it still
open.
there? Oh, wait, but didn't they move it down the
No.
street? Oh, they used to have like that. It was rice or something that was so good. People would just get like a little side item. We used to go there, and then of course you got White Palace, which is
White Palace.
And
yeah.
you run into. Last time I was there, I ran into Mr. Seymour, one of Don Juan's people.
Oh,
You
I
run
ain't
into the
seen Don
weirdest
Juan
people.
in
You could run
forever.
into like Bishop Magic Juan and then Barbara Streisand. You know what I mean? Like everybody goes there.
Real talk though, the good spot is Epples on Roosevelt Road, a little bit further west. That's the shiznit.
I never went there.
Oh, fine.
Epples?
My Uncle Calvin used to. That was we went. Okay, I'ma just tell his business. Tony, if my cousins are watching,
She is watching.
I
Hey,
meet
Tony,
Tony.
she's watching
I'm
right
about
now.
to talk about my uncle. Okay, so he was something like a player, right? Okay. And so we used to have to. I was the what you call it? I was I was Robin.
Wing
You know, I
woman?
was the wing
You were
woman.
the hype,
right.
the hype girl. Yeah, the
Yeah,
wing.
nah, I wasn't hype. I was wing. Girl, tell my Uncle Calvin to turn this on and watch it. You know how many times a day I had to go to Epples and the Pancake House, the old Hop and Hot Pocket, and pretend like I hadn't eaten. It was like we ate to eat. Cause he was rotating them. He was that dude.
Listen, I
Explain
have
something to
3
you.
brothers. I don't know your name.
My
You're-
Uncle
hey,
Calvin
sweetie.
is that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Calvin is, but they've got that suaveness. Him and Nikki Calvin Jr. They all do. They have that suaveness, and you just can't help but like women are. They would cling to them, but he's just that's how they are.
Baby, let me tell you something.
I love my Calvin and
3
Calvin,
or 4
yeah.
Epples meals a day and 2 or 3 old hops a day. Okay.
You sound like me. I used to take all my girls to the same place, the original Pancake House, on 63rd. That's 63rd?
See, that's how you get caught up. See,
Oh,
don't
you talking
do
about
that.
dailies?
Hyde Park.
You don't
wait.
do that.
The
Which one?
Original Pancake House.
Oh, it was on 51st. Now it's on 47th Street. The
Right.
old hop. We call it
Right,
the old
right.
hop.
Off that exit. Mhm.
And I was taking all my dates there, and it's like the cashiers recognize
No.
me.
Right.
They be looking
No.
at the girl every day.
Look.
That's a different girl.
No, you never take them to the spot that's your spot.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
if
don't
break
take them
up-
where you take your main.
Right.
That was my
You're
date
supposed
spot.
to go to random. Hey, I heard about this new place. Let's check it out. Free game. Write it down.
Oh, what's the spot on 55th? I don't think it's there no more. The breakfast spot.
Mellow Yellow?
Mellow, yeah, I was gonna say I used to go to
by
Colin
the
Mellow.
car
Yellow.
wash.
Yellow.
It's by the
Closed.
car wash.
A lot
So
of them
like,
closed.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Biscuit.
Miss Biscuit.
Yeah.
They gone.
Miss Biscuit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Miss Biscuits was the spot.
Let me tell you something. When I was in high school and we used to have to ride the bus past, Miss Biscuit wasn't there, but the bread factory
Yeah.
was there.
You could smell it.
You talking about
Smell
getting
it.
full?
As soon as you,
Like, yeah, that smell of that bread was everything. Okay. I don't even eat bread. Well, I like bread, but bread is the devil. Bread is the devil, but it is a good devil. You know, some stuff is just good devils. Like champagne.
Just bread, butter, and cheese. I could.
Girl, bread.
Whole day.
Or bread on the bottom of the barbecue thing. I don't even eat the meat, but just give me the sauce on the bottom. Something about the sauce. Ain't nothing like soggy bread. I'm way off what we were supposed to be talking about.
I'm hungry now.
Send me food. Right. Somebody send us food. We'll inbox you the address. Feed me. We don't want no crazy.
Feed me, Seymour.
Feed the babies. It's Thursday.
It's one of those days. It feels like a Friday.
And guess what? It's a little chilly outside. A little bit. It's supposed to be 37 tonight.
I love it. I love it.
But it's hot. It's hot in here. Yeah. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't know. Maybe
it is warmer. But you know the heat, the temperature gauge in the media studios over here is a little bipolar.
Yeah.
Some days we come in with short sleeves and
you'll be able to tell
Finland. It's freaking Helsinki in the winter in this mug.
You get colder on the heat.
You'll be able to see when my hair starts going chia. Right.
Mine too.
Nikki got married. What? Congratulations. He's out of the game. My cousin got married. Who knew?
Okay.
I love that whole family.
Congratulations, Nikki.
Yay.
He's off the market. Wow. So no longer can he carry his father's legacy on of going to the Pancake House 30 times a day. I just said it. I said it out loud. I love you, Nikki. I love you, Uncle Calvin. Remember, Sam Silk is with us today. Tomorrow we have Adele Givens. She's such a fucking lady.
I haven't seen Adele in so many years, man.
And she used to. Excited. I am too. And Teresa Griffin is probably one of the coldest singers
can make me
in
cry.
the entire world. Literally. And she's funny.
A doll.
She's actually a comedian for real, not on purpose, but I think she just has the gift. And then Victor Love, Josephine's Southern cooking, ham hocks, collard greens. You're listening to the Book of Dawn. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
WIFTBPM.
What's up, good people? If you didn't tune in to the last I Said What I Said, here's what you missed. Special thanks to Love McPherson.
And when you talk about object sex, you and objectifying that woman, you glorify pieces of her. And let me tell you something. If you think that doesn't matter, it does. And I'm going to tell you why it matters. I looked at a video and I was looking at these young boys, these teenagers, and they were like, do you like black women or white women? I like white women. I like white women. And first I felt some kind of way. Then you know what happened to me? I started listening to them and they said, why did you like the white women? Because they'll do anything for you. Yeah, the white hoes.
Bitch, you is a hoe. Bitch, you is a hoe.
And I thought pornography has elevated what the white woman will do for you, the objectifying of her. And this is why we don't realize, even in our spaces, the black man is shut down because he doesn't know the power of his seed like the white man knows the power of his seed.
Oh, look. Just like milk.
He doesn't realize that you sit up there coming into my neighborhood, objectifying my white women because you say they do it better than your women is a problem. They don't do it to them, but they won't bring that out, and they will not allow you to do that to their women.
I said what I said. Herb 2, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Jackson. If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Ricky said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we're about 60 years old. I be done had a heart.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
Yeah. All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't. You don't like that? Yeah. I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this family.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right. Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
WIFTBP.
Live from your studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. Book of Dawn with Dawn Millhouse.
Welcome back. You are tuned in to the Book of Dawn on What's in It for the Black People Media with Lisa E., Ronrilla Esco, right here from the What's in It for the Black People Media studios. If you are just now tapping in, we are going to chit-chat right at the 10 o'clock hour. It's important that you listen and share the information. You have to be counted, which means you have to do your census. And I think that deadline is like 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. So make sure you tune in and then keep it locked because Sam Silk, one of Chicago's own, who is now adopted Cleveland as his second home, and we'll let him slide with that. Published author, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and top radio personality in the United States will be joining us. So it'll be interesting. And I heard he was pretty funny too. I heard he had jokes.
Yeah, he does.
Lisa, what's going on in celebrity news?
Well, so I just got the whole rundown. Remember we were talking about Kanye going up against Kirk Franklin for everything. So the Billboard Awards, I taped it. I didn't watch it last night, but Kanye won. Kanye won for Top Gospel.
I knew
for
he
Jesus
would.
is King. He won the Top Gospel song for Follow God. So yeah, he won everything
would.
gospel. He won.
Listen, again, disclaimer: I won't vote for him, but I have attended his Sunday service. It's off the chain.
He definitely won, but there was a mistake. I don't know, and it's funny, but it's not. They on Tuesday night, Kanye shared on his Twitter page, talking about early results from voting in Kentucky, but they said, he got 19%, which was 40,000 votes in Kentucky, but then the news reporters were like, "We're really sorry. We apologize, but it was just a test." They said they clarified that what appeared to be election results was just a test. And they said that it was shown that it was not valid. And one of the reporters responded saying, despite what Kanye is tweeting, he is not leading the race for president. They said, they sent out test numbers to make sure the systems are working. So they were, and they were like, "We're sorry,
you see
Kanye."
How they do my man?
How my man's in them, right?
That is so unfortunate.
Told you so. I told you.
Right. Dang. What happened was, oh my gosh, that's too bad.
Man, right. So
are there any real results yet? Do we know?
No,
okay.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, because people are starting to really send in their ballots and do early voting. And
speaking of that, early voting was only in a certain couple of locations, but yesterday early voting is everywhere now. At all your
because and where I vote, they're not opening it until like October 26th, and that's like in the suburbs. So unless I come out somewhere else, but where
I know the city of Chicago yesterday opened all of the
right, and I think if you're Cook County, you can just go to any of the locations. Mm-hmm. But yeah, because I usually go to my library, but they're not opening until like October 26th. So. I mean, which I'll probably still do. I mean, I'm an early voter, so
I was going to go the other day. Mr. Millhouse called me. I was going to go, but where we vote anyway is open now, and it's down the street from the house. So
wow. So yeah, but if you want, yeah, I'm going to watch. Going back Billboard, I'm definitely going to go watch it tonight. And
was he there?
I don't. Probably not.
They said that I watched a part of it. The John Legend performed a very emotional performance because you know what he just experienced. And then was it Demi Lovato?
Yeah.
It has a song that I haven't heard yet, but something about Commander in Chief, and they say she kind of went in.
Did you?
I want to hear that.
I want to hear it too. I wonder how Brandy did her. You know, Brandy did like a whole little multi. She came out with with doing some multiple songs, so it's like her first time, I guess, performing there. So.
And it was all from the new album, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh, which I have not heard, and I'm a Brandy fan. But
And she played some of it at the Monica versus Brandy.
I missed that.
Yeah, but I just remember Monica's new song.
Yeah. Was it good? Was it like old school Brandy or was
it's old school Brandy? It sound grown.
Okay.
Now guess who won? Your girl, Summer Walker, won Tap Best R&B Female Artist. She beat Beyonce and Lizzo.
Yay, Summer! She got
'Cause I
London
know,
on the
right?
track.
Yeah. Cardi B won Top Best Female Rap Artist over City Girls and Megan Thee Stallion. So I'm just looking through some of the things.
I'm surprised she won that over Megan though.
Cardi's the shit.
But it's been Megan Gill though.
It has, but here's the thing: all hail to the queen. Just saying.
Them songs.
She a whole fool, but I like her.
And even Top Gospel Artist, Kanye won over Kirk Franklin, Tasha Cobb Leonard, Sunday Service Choir. Kanye beat all of them. So
that choir.
Yeah. Hey, hands down. Hands down, that experience as a Christian, that experience of just music was beyond words any pastor could have ministered. It's dope.
I couldn't go to the last one when he was here, but my friend just lived it the whole time, and it wasn't religion; it was spiritual.
Exactly. And I tried to go live, but I dropped my phone twice because I was on my knees in tears.
No,
it was deeply
you
spiritual.
have one job.
Yeah,
film it for me because I got you there. It was a little shaky though. But.
Anime, you fat, anime.
And the devil release you.
Top streaming song was Lil Nas featuring Billy Ray Cyrus. Wow. And that was like a good. I love the combinations like that. Like like Lady Gaga with Tony Bennett. I just like this isn't music, but like Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. I like weird combinations that
Nelly,
people would
Tim
never.
McGraw?
Yeah, I like. And Nelly's killing it too with Dancing with the Stars. I'm going for Nelly. Hopefully we're going to get Nelly on in the next week or so. He's such a doll. He really is. So yeah, we're hopefully going to get him on. I'm waiting to hear back from his manager.
I love him.
Yeah,
I'm a Nelly fan for sure. I'm a Nelly fan for sure.
And he's a good guy.
For sure. Like I watched the reality show. Like I'm a Nelly fan.
And I want to say, I know he's going to dedicate something to his sister, and I used to help with when they used to do the stuff for bone marrow. I used to help. It wasn't really blood drives, the bone marrow drives. And his sister was supposed to come, and then she got ill, and then, she passed. But I used to help with a lot of putting them together in Chicago, so with his aunt. So he's just a good guy. And it just broke my heart when his sister passed, because he would have, like, if he could have just gave all his money away to make sure she was well.
Fame
and it's like, unfortunately, money can't buy you. Just like today, I'm going. And I don't want to sound morbid and tie things in, but today I'm going to a wake for my friend's 33-year-old son. And they have money, and his son passed. He had pancreatic cancer. I've known him since he was 8. Little Tone Blair. So Tony Blair and Audrey Blair's son, and I've known him since he was 8, and there's nothing you could do. And they've got money. Tony Blair would have gladly gave up all his money, but unfortunately cancer doesn't see money. So
yeah, well, the thing is that if we, in an ideal world, if we stuck together, had unity, shared good information, taught people how to eat well, not that that's a cure, because God has a start date and an end date for all of us. It's the dash in the middle that is our responsibility.
Yep.
But there are ways to prevent or to maintain healthy lifestyles that we don't always share with each other. And there's also a social aspect to that, the inequity in resources in Black neighborhoods, period. It, like grocery stores, health and wellness. A lot of the illnesses in the Black community are because of lack of resources, and so, that part. And isn't it Breast Cancer Month?
Yeah, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Yeah,
That's what I thought. I should have worn
got
pink
your
all
socks.
month.
I've been having my.
Oh, where? Yes. I'm gonna put
I
Maple
got my
Park
my pink
Customs.
my pink hair holder.
You got a pink. Oh yeah.
Tackle breast cancer.
Find a cure. Oh,
they're all different
LeBron.
sayings. Okay, yours says find a cure. Mine says tackle breast cancer.
I
love
think
it.
that my daughter Ryan is gonna take these. She's a sock fanatic.
I'm a sock fanatic.
Are you?
One year I gave my cousin a piñata
Full
of socks.
Oh, how
That's a
cool!
good idea.
That's
That
really
sound cool,
cool.
Yeah. I was
See,
like, knock,
that's
knock.
really creative. I love
You
stuff
know,
like that.
And some heels, some Louboutins, but then I was just
Inside the piñata?
yeah. So it was
But I like the way you say it. Say it again.
La piñata.
Piñata. I like the way she says it.
I wonder if
We need one.
we do need one.
And listen,
We'll do
stand
that
back.
at
Spirit Week.
our Thanksgiving. Our
yeah.
holiday celebration.
outside.
Don't mess up.
Because I need everybody back up. Wait.
Right. Well, if there's socks in there, there's no damage. But you have to blindfold when you hit the.
I don't care if there's children. I'm gonna kick you.
You're gonna win.
Little
Tasmanian
I like to
devil.
play. Yeah, that'll be so much fun. Right.
I do. I get them from my friends, like a Justin Bieber one year, and it was just it's crazy. We should have a Don piñata.
We should. Yeah, a
Not
bod.
with Don actual face.
Not,
Right, no.
Oh, y'all.
I don't wanna be-
I'm Teflon. Y'all can swing. Hey, look, not to take Mike's name, but I stay triggered. Okay,
Look.
you can swing. Bet somebody.
I bet you Candy's gonna
And
fall
let me-
out with some diamonds. Let me get that.
Look, and I'll be on the floor like, yeah. I got thick skin. Not just because I'm older. I have thick skin because, hey, it's been Don't even get me started,
Like,
baby, because
you
I woke
heard
up this.
some of these
I
stories.
woke
I
up
gotta check
this
the birth
morning
certificate.
ready to go to snap, but I'm gonna hold my peace because the devil's a liar. Yeah. You know what? Let's go here for 30 seconds.
Okay.
The funny thing is when people think they doing some stuff and saying some stuff, you know that I'm saying stuff because you know I want to say that, and they think that this kid ain't picking up what they putting down. Quit playing with me. Okay. I just
Yeah,
have to
I
say
hate
that.
that too.
I hate that.
Stop. You're not.
Right.
I hear you. Duh. Anyway, I'm back. Sorry, Teflon has left the building.
Take a second.
Teflon, hold on.
Said, duh.
If this was champagne right now, that's what I do.
See, but you don't bite your tongue. I'll bite my tongue
You know what?
too much.
Yes, I
I left my water in the
I
I was
have,
about to drink my water. I left it in the other room.
evaluate it.
I'm getting better because let me tell you, ironically, Teddy Riley told me years ago, I was hosting a huge fundraiser. The Boys from the Hood Foundation, which was started by my Uncle Calvin, Nick Anderson, Tim Hardaway, Kendall Gill, and our family. I'm playing this big thing we call the Slam Jam. So there was a concert element and a basketball element. And at halftime of the basketball game, celebrity NBA and celebrity basketball game, there was a concert. The first year we did it, we broke Blackstreet. That was the year Blackstreet started. So they did their first performance at the Slam Jam. And I was in my dawnness, because I'm a perfectionist, and dot the I, cross the T, it's off center, blink twice. And Teddy said, "Can I tell you something?" And I said, "Yeah, of course, bro." He says, "You are so smart and so powerful. I think that if you weren't so aggressive and outspoken, people would follow you easy." And I was like, I didn't want to hear it at the time. It's like, I can't say what I said because she'll be mad because I out cussed. Because he's my friend. Because he's my friend.
I'll give you
so I was like,
permission.
this is 20-something Dawn. So she was a whole entire fool.
20s.
But when I then was the GM of a restaurant and then owned my own restaurant, it came back to me because you can say exactly what you want and be purposeful, and people get the point better than being mean. Now, there are some times when you just got to go off because sometimes people think you soft, and I'm soft, S-O-F, okay, not soft. You just got to go there. Right. And that's when Teflon shows up. And then when Teflon comes, I usually end up needing an expungement. But I'm not going to go back. I told the judge I'm not coming back. I want to be able to vote.
But you do speak your mind. I mean, I do like that, because with me, people think sometimes that, oh, Lisa's way too nice. If we need to get something done, we'll just go through Lisa because she won't be mad. We know we can count on her. Yes, you can count on me, but I'm not naive. I usually can figure stuff out. I love the mystery things. I figure stuff out. I know when people are lying. Family and friends included. I know business people. I know when they're lying to me. I have that sixth sense, and I know. And sometimes, you want to call them out, but some people bust themselves out on social media because they lie to you about something, and then they got pictures of themselves. I was like, didn't you just say you were at home sick, and now you're, like the same, whatever. But that's a whole other story. But yeah, don't take naiveness for being not. We're not stupid.
So what else is going on in the world of the people that some famous, some ain't famous, but some get a lot of airtime?
Well, Stevie, we can talk about Stevie or LeBron. Take your pick.
I don't care.
Okay. So Stevie Wonder, who we all love, if you don't like a Stevie Wonder song, I don't care who you are. If you don't like something about Stevie Wonder, something's wrong with you. But Stevie's quit Motown Records after being there for almost 6 decades. Now, if you guys remember, if you don't know his history, he was 11 when he signed on to Motown. Now he's launched his own imprint. So What the Fuss Music. About to say a Dawn word. So What the Fuss Music on Universal Music's group Republic Records. So he's going to kickstart the label. He released a new track called Where Is Our Love Song and Can't Put It in the Hands of Fate. And that just came out on Tuesday. And he's going to be set to release a new EP and solo album called Through the Eyes of Wonder. So, but people are asking, like, you're departing, this and this. He signed on in 1961, but he did do a press conference during the week saying, even though I left Motown, I will never leave Motown. That's Detroit. I'm sure we're going to figure out how we can do some things together. Maybe I'll do my gospel inspired by Lula with Motown. He said, we will work it out. But, his last album on Motown was in 2005, A Time to Love. So, who doesn't? I love Stevie.
Yeah.
Every man.
So Stevie Wonder is, I don't know, something like a phenomenon.
Favorite Stevie Wonder song? What is it?
God, there's too many. I can't.
There's mine is for Living for the City.
I swear I was gonna say that.
It gotta be.
Or
Ribbon in the Skies between them two.
Living for the City is
Living for the City. That's
the
mine.
jam. But
there's so many. I mean,
can I tell you a Living for the City story?
Yes.
My husband was in Nigeria for one of our anniversaries, and he was like, he felt terrible. What can I do? I said, Stevie Wonder's in town, and this was his I'm going on my last concert thing, which is a scam because I did Cher and him and several other people like that, and I've seen him 7 times since. But anyway, he buys me and my sister front row tickets to the Stevie Wonder concert at United Center. The chair is at my house, because we got to take the chairs home because it was the middle section of the front row. Yeah, it's dope. And it's got the Songs in the Key of Life album painted on the chair, and it says the concert and front row. Literally, I walked out the United Center with the chair on my back.
Did you?
A real chair.
Did you see Stevie's wife?
Did Stevie see his wife?
She knows my joke. And
he did.
So I have a dumb Lisa.
Some saw the wife because he had a kid.
He's got a great sense of humor, though. And speaking, it's Billboard Music Awards. We were at the Billboard Music Awards. It was myself and Rick Party, and we were downstairs. This is at the MGM. We're doing our. It was a couple days before the awards. We do live broadcasts, and Rick. We forgot headphones or something. I had to run up. Now, if you've been in MGM, it's like a whole community. Run upstairs. I'm walking down the hallway. And who comes walking down my hallway by my room? It's Stevie Wonder and like one of his people. Dumb Lisa over here. Have you ever just done something subconsciously and then you want to put yourself on a timeout? I literally just stopped. I was like, and I stopped. And what did I do? On everything, I waved to him. Knowing this man is blind. I don't wave to people. I always say hi. I was so taken back, and I just said, and then I said hi. And the guy was like laughing. I was like, hi, I was like, we're doing a broadcast. I didn't know what to say. I was so just like it's Stevie Wonder right in front of my face, like a dumbass. I'm like, how did I wave to a blind man? Like it was crazy. And then
he's been blind. He knows he could probably feel the air.
Right, but I wasn't doing it to be funny. I was just in
intuition than most of us.
They joke about him being able to see.
I mean, he joked. No, but he jokes too. He makes jokes, but I wasn't doing it jokingly. I was
You're
just
used to it. It's like when I call someplace.
But I never wave to
people. Can I make an order for a pickup? But it's only takeout.
Exactly.
Because of COVID. But I'm
right. That's true. You're
pick
right.
up. Duh.
Stevie can't see. If Stevie could see, he would cut the rest of his hair off.
Oh,
but I wish people could sometimes
he
see.
Can't see. I love him. I love him. But if he could see and he looked in the mirror and he realized that they braiding from here and all this is already gone, he would be just like, cut that off.
But it's a joke because on the Detroit album, Big Sean recent album, he's on that. He tells the story. He has Stevie Wonder telling the story. And in the story, Stevie Wonder says, the first time I saw a piano, and he said it, and everybody
it's funny.
He does that in the concert. He has a whole, it's hilarious. He does, he's embraced it, obviously. He's had to. So listen, we're at the concert. I take the chair home. They then give us a special offer to go to New York City to see a Christmas concert. So Mr. Millhouse couldn't go, but he was able to go to the concert in New York. So we're in Lincoln Hall, and an intimate. It's like 100 people in this concert. Outside of Stevie, it's 4 black people. Okay, me and Mr. Millhouse are 2 of them. Stevie sings all his Christmas songs, and then he's, he don't have a lot of Christmas songs, so he sings all his Christmas songs, and he tells the audience, "What y'all want to hear?" Everybody. Just look. This kid jumps up and screams. I'm in the 3rd row. I jump up, living for the city. And he turned right to me. He's like, "That's what you want to hear?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he sang it.
You said that? Oh.
Yeah, I said that. And look, and then he kept leaning on me like, "What you want to hear?" And I just started like it was a jukebox. Wilbur was like, "Is she standing up hollering front and center the whole song?" And then after the concert, they sent us a picture of Stevie and the music, the sheet music from one of his songs and his signature in Braille.
Wow.
It's so dope.
That is, man, that's a good story.
Yeah, it's hanging up in my house. It's super dope. He's super dope. He won't trick me again, though. If he come for one more last concert, I'm good. Yeah, because Cher did that to me, too.
Well, he got a new record label, so it's coming.
Man. Yeah,
but who likes his
probably
old
all
stuff?
his unreleased stuff.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Yeah, that would be super dope because his catalog got to be full of stuff.
Who would versus him? Now that we think about it, who would do a versus with Stevie?
Nobody.
Nobody. Right?
Luther dead. So you still can't see Stevie.
I don't even think Luther can see Stevie.
Yeah, it would be like 1 against 7. You would need like 7 powerhouses to even touch the surface.
Maybe.
Yeah, that part.
You would have to have groups. You would have to have whole groups.
I would put Quincy Jones up there.
Like you would have to have Earth, Wind, and
but see, Quincy's different because
I'm gonna do Smokey.
Smokey,
I'm
that
gonna
would
go
be
Smokey.
Yeah, Smokey be the one to
I saw Smokey at the Chicago Theater right before at the end of the year. He's a fresh old fine man.
He is.
Baby, he was on stage.
You see that skin?
I got video in my phone. He was on stage. It break. I was like, if you don't get your blue-eyed
and he says his
good
age,
hair Jerry curl ate it some your own self. He was quite the pistol. Yeah. And them ladies was in there hollering.
He still know how to entertain, huh?
My mama's age. Smokey, my mama's age.
And
they was
girls,
in there like,
my aunties would be all over that.
Some dude across the aisle kept hollering
brazier.
Because you want to be heard, at the concert. He hollered. Every time it got quiet, the dude across the aisle goes, "You don't know nothing about that, Smokey." We all just kept turning around like, "Shut up! Like you sound crazy." Yeah, Smokey Robinson is that dude. He's different than Stevie though. Different era or genre-ish.
Different genre-ish.
Different genre-ish. I mean, soul, smooth, R&B. Yeah, but Stevie.
Stevie played an instrument though. He get down.
Yes, Smokey's instrument is probably not
Stevie
made for
can
TV.
stop singing and just go crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's why you have a DJ at the verses. I don't understand.
Stop taking me out. Listen, I keep asking them, this is for you guys who are listening. I keep asking them, don't crack jokes, because when I laugh, sometimes I can't recover, because sometimes it's hilarious. Just too much. What you got?
I'm just that was a great story. I thought your story when you said you took the chair home was like over. I didn't mean to cut. As I was listening, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was like, that's an awesome story.
No,
that's a really good story.
Stevie sang at my at Dwayne Kyle's, my Uncle Calvin's partner. At he was the godfather of Dwayne's son, and sang at the funeral. Wow. At the Parkway over there on King Drive.
He sang also. Sinbad's brother is a pastor in Michigan. Oh God, what part? I forgot the part of Michigan. But when Steve Harvey's manager Juan Hull died, Stevie performed there at the church, and I was trying to leave early, so where I parked my car, every car had me plugged in, and Stevie sang for like an hour, and I was late for whatever I had to get to because I was all the way in Michigan. But it was, he sang at the funeral, and everybody was just like lost it there.
Stevie, if you're listening, call me, text me. You got Braille on your phone.
Yeah.
We want you on the Book of Dawn. You have a story in my life.
He got a new label. We might be able to get that done.
You are tuned in to the Book of Dawn right here from What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Tina Hone, the Chief Engagement Officer, City of Chicago, about how and why you need to make sure you're counted. We'll be back.
WIFTBPM.
Chicago Famous with Mike Love and Diz.
The destined legend himself, Leon Rogers.
Yeah.
What's going on, Playboy?
Man, listen, honored to be here with radio legends, man. Two brothers I looked up for and patted my success.
You walked away from your day job and you went straight in the
Man, brother, first time somebody called me to do the gig, they was like, hey, I got my grandmama's 85-year-old birthday party. She's turning 85. She has a brain tumor. I mean, now she's not going to be able to hear because she's in a coma, but she'll be laying in the room, and we just want the good vibes. Well, what is it? $75. We need you to do an hour. I'm there because of the passion I wanted to do the comedy. Yeah. So I quit. But when you quit that job, and the job I had was decent. My father, every young black man should have a dad or a father figure in his life. Yes. When I say he went off on me.
My son works.
When I told him I quit to do comedy, my mom, mamas is always like, well, that's good, baby. You spread your wings. You realizing what God wants you to do.
Right.
My father like, you got to be the dumbest son of a bitch in the world. I can't believe you came from my ball sack. $65,000 a year. Me and your mama combined only make 80. You dumb mother. I mean, going off. Like, me and my pops actually kind of fell out.
Old school black fathers, old school mindset. They came up working. They know how hard it is.
Hands knuckles black. Hands look like he worked at the steel mill, like he was dipping them in the lava. So, he pissed. My hands manicured.
He's super cool and he know kung fu.
I'm clean. I work on computers.
Drives a $5,000 car and wears a $100 suit.
Right.
He like, I'm out here getting lung poisoning from inhaling all these steel mill fumes and touching people's mail. Look at my hands. I can't even pick up a fork and knife. Your mama got to cut my food for me. And you want to quit to do some damn comedy. He hell.
Chicago Famous, 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Funeral expenses are costly. The Casket Store wants to help you save hundreds of dollars. You do not have to purchase a casket from the funeral home. Call now for a free in-home consultation. Call 773-445-6900. 773-445-6900.
WIFTBP.
Live from your media studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. Book of Dawn with Dawn Millhouse.
Welcome back. You are tuned in to the Book of Dawn on What's in It for the Black People Media. The Maze Jackson page, Facebook, Maze Jackson, YouTube. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And Spirit Week is coming up. The flyer's almost done. There was a couple tweaks. I didn't want to put it out until it was like right. And so, we'll post that. And we only ask that you join in and have spirit with us, and then tag us on all your pictures.
Because why? Because we got spirit.
Yes, we do. We got spirit. How about you? And so what I thought would be cool is if we have them tag What's in It for the Black People Media, put it on all of the sites, Mace Jackson, and then put their favorite show. Hashtag I said hashtag What's in It for the Black People, and then hashtag your favorite show.
Well, or which would be the Book of Dawn.
We better be.
Yeah.
B stands for better.
Yeah.
And butter. They're both good.
And they're smooth.
Bread. So yes, Sam Silk is going to be joining us shortly, and then we're going to chit chat in a minute when we get this call about the census and the ready. We ready? Is she on the line? Oh, good morning, Tina.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining the Book of Dawn. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. You are. This is Tina Hone, the chief engagement officer is it the City of Chicago or the Census Bureau?
Yes, with Mayor Lightfoot's office.
Very cool. Tell the boss lady what's happening from the Book of Dawn. Don't say that. Tina.
Oh, she'd love to hear that.
Okay,
so.
good.
We got to get her on too. She's great.
Tell her I said that. Tell her she can come hang out with me maybe one day.
Right. Tell her Lisa E is over here now too, so she'll come on.
Miss Tina, what is the deadline after all of the controversy and all the mixed messages? Can you tell us the deadline for the census?
Today is the day. The clock is running out. And so while technically we got till 5 a.m. in the morning tomorrow, the deadline that we're really pushing out for people in Chicago is midnight tonight. And so please fill out your census form. You can, if you got it sitting around your house because it came in the mail, fill it out. Make sure it's postmarked by today. You can do it on your cell phone, not even just your computer, going to census2020.gov. That's the easiest way. It takes less than 5 minutes or like 5 questions. Or you can even call. Because some people, don't have the internet at all. And the 800 number is actually an 844-330-2020. So 844-330-2020. That's 3 different ways to respond. Every response counts. Every person in your household counts, including people that may be just like slumming on your couch. They are part of your household. And children under 5, which is one of the most undercounted groups. People forget to count their kids. But we need every single person counted.
And can you just tell me why you feel like it's so important, particularly for people of color, to reply to the census?
Absolutely. I get excited about this because it's so important. First of all, the census determines how billions and trillions of dollars of federal money gets spent. And that federal money supports our schools. They support our health systems. They help us build roads. They support public transit. They support so many of the things that go to the heart of communities of color who rely on public transit and public schools, for example. And so if we're not counted fully, we don't get our fair share. Mm-hmm. But it's also important for our political heft and our political voice. We have really important elections coming up. Lines around the block of people wanting to vote, which is amazing. But if we lose 2 congressional seats and Illinois is at risk of losing congressional seats, that actually impacts our political power because the Electoral College, which picks president, is based on the number of congressional seats that you have. So the consequences of not being counted hurt both the pocketbook and they hurt us at the ballot box.
5 minutes.
So, yeah, and I guess people don't realize the connection there, but that is a huge piece of it. The funding and already underfunded city schools and those seats.
Y'all do a bit with him. Is he on the phone now?
Tell me some of the ways that you have intentionally reached out to the Black community.
Sure. Now, it's been a really tough time to do a census. 20 years ago, I was involved in Census 2000, and I worked in Washington, D.C., and we were able to do a lot of face-to-face, one-on-one events, parties, and festivals. But because of COVID-19, that tool has been really shortchanged in this census exercise. That hasn't stopped us from being aggressive in terms of social media, in terms of actual ad buys. We've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars, just the city. The state has also invested money. The county has invested money. It's an amazing example of sort of like the three key branches coming together to make sure that the people in the city, the county, and the state are accurately counted. But it has been hard, make no mistake. It's one of the reasons why the rates this year are lower than 10 years ago, because important tools were denied to us. And it's why conversations like the one we're having today are so incredibly important. Every one of your listeners is not just hearing me, but they will be able to spread that word, hopefully, to the people in their communities, their neighborhoods, knock on your neighbor's door. Let's make sure everybody gets counted.
Indeed. Tina, is there an independent map commission for this census?
I'm not sure I understand the question, so tell me, say that again.
To count and non-affiliated, independent people that vote in the independent party or separate from the Democratic or Republican Party.
So nobody involved in politics is involved in counting the census. The Census Bureau is an independent agency in Washington, D.C. They are statisticians and nerds at their heart, right? So, like, on their tombstone, what they want to have is, I oversaw the most accurate count of the census. And that's important that the partisanship not be mixed in here, because it goes to the confidentiality of census information. One of the reasons people have been afraid to respond, and especially in immigrant communities who've been particularly under attack, but they're afraid that their information is not confidential, and that it will be breached. Again, when I worked in Washington on the 2000 census, I can tell you the people there were ready to go to jail rather than breach the confidentiality of the census. And the people I've met from the U.S. Census Bureau during this census also leaves me with that confidence. They are not political appointees. They are career federal employees who believe in the integrity of the census.
I've got two more questions because I know you got a lot of calls to make. The first one, you said something about, I'm just curious, have no idea. So are people incarcerated counted in the census? I'm just, something you said triggered.
They are. There's a little bit of controversy about that. So they are counted in the place where they are incarcerated rather than having that sort of attributed back to their last residence. Okay. And so, when you think about sort of like cities that have, or states that have a large percentages of prisons, including the private prison industry, they're actually getting to count the incarcerated as residents of those states. And the states where the residents came from and the cities where the residents came from are actually counted out in that case. Gotcha. That's something that comes up quite frequently as a cause of concern. And perhaps in another census that'll get resolved.
Yeah, that's important. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people.
But it's also like college students, right? And again, because most college students went home, right?
Right.
But like college students, when they come to a city and they use the resources of the city, the push is actually to have those students counted in the place where they go to college, right? Because they're 9 months, 10 months out the year, they're expending the resources of that city. And so those types of sort of mobility issues can also be a tough thing for the Census Bureau to figure out. We need people counted. So, like, wherever you are, we need you counted. And, please, 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 the time is running out. We are at the finish line. And what we don't fix 10 years from now, it'll be 10 years before we can fix. Trillions of dollars are at stake.
Okay, and then I got clarity from our viewer that asked the question regarding the Independent Map Commission. They said that they wanted to know, will our mayor, will Mayor Lightfoot and your office support an independent map commission based on census numbers. That was, I guess.
So I think you must be talking about the redistricting that will happen after the census is done.
Yes.
Because that's the other thing, is that the census numbers help determine where not just congressional districts are, but legislative districts, even city council districts in some cases. I have not had a chance to talk to the mayor about that particular issue, but I know that my mayor is a sister of integrity and of independence, and I know that she's going to make the right decision on that.
Okay, cool. And then we'll have you back, and maybe we'll get her in. And then
we have a really good conversation about that.
Yeah.
I got one more plea.
Okay.
So Chicago is second only to New York, is leading every major city except New York, and we got a bet going with New York. And so if all the stuff about funding doesn't motivate you, and all the stuff about political voice doesn't motivate you, we cannot lose this bet to New York.
We cannot.
Because, I don't want to have to write stuff about New York on the City of Chicago website, because that's the bet.
Yeah, we cannot. We cannot. In my New York voice, we can't lose, son. So yes, we will make certain that we put the website and the phone number. It is easy. I've done it. It is easy, and I actually did count my college child on mine from home, because Chicago is my hometown and hers. Tina, thank you for taking a moment out of your hectic schedule today to chat with us. Make sure you tune in to the Book of Dawn on What's in It for the Black People Media, and we are looking forward to having you virtually or on the phone again real soon. After we beat New York, then we'll call back and talk.
After we beat New York.
Cuss words together.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
You.
Tina Hone.
Thank you so much.
Engagement Officer, City of Chicago. Thank you. Is that the Silky Man? Is the Silky Man? Hold on. Do I hear chicken frying or something? do I hear the yard bird? Y'all smell chicken?
Man, and that just reminds me of a song we used to do called Pass the Chicken. Sam would do it, and yeah, we used to have fun, him and myself and Big Papa.
Good morning, Sam Silk. Can you hear me, Sam? Yeah, well, you're coming. You introduce him while we're getting him in.
So for those that don't know who Sam Silk is, he is a radio personality extraordinaire. By the way, he had the best producer in Chicago. What was her name? Lisa E. He's an author. His book right now is called Is It Them or Is It Me? He's a businessman, a philanthropist. He has 8 million restaurants. Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish. He's just a great person. He gives so much back to the community. He's all about the people. He's always about making a difference to everybody in the community. And he's just a good human. I don't even need the bio. He's a good human. Goodhuman.com.
Welcome to the Book of Dawn,
Silk.
Sam Silk. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Or as I call him,
this
Samantha,
is in real time.
Right.
So while we're getting his audio and together, let me just tell you this. I did not know he was an author until you booked him. And then obviously, when you sent the bio, it said author. I went online. I purchased it. Found out that's his second book.
Yeah.
But when I read this book, baby, it is, girl. You know what? He needs to teach a class. Whether it's on Zoom or in a church or in a high school, but understanding the fundamentals of relationships in his book and just this particular book he wrote is in 4 parts. He divided it in 4 parts, and it talks about like different stages of relationship. But even though it's only in 4 parts, it's very detailed. In topics that most people don't, like bringing baggage into a relationship or honesty or cheating or it literally is probably one of the most comprehensive relationship books in a conversational, not talking at you or not like judging. It just really gives you the opportunity to feel the title.
Yeah.
Is it them or is it me? You know what I'm saying? And so you can, I'm sorry. No worry. Sam, check your mute button.
That mute button.
There you go.
Is that?
There you go.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I just got this new computer, so this new Mac. So I'm trying to learn how to use it, I guess.
It's different, and if you have to switch between Mac and and the other PC, you're
Were
gonna
you
have
able to hear
difficulty.
all the stuff we said?
Oh yeah, you know
Okay,
I'm
good, good.
I don't know who that guy is. Who was that guy you was talking about?
Right. That's right.
I'm like,
and
I know you.
and his first book too. You know, when he did his first book, he came to Chicago because we did different panels. I helped when we put some great panels together for that was his in 2011. He wrote "Men Do What Women Allow," and kind of inspired this book now, and he is getting rave reviews for it. So.
Yeah, I got a little anecdote for Men Do What Women Allow. My daddy said, once you forgive a man who's been not so cool in his behavior, you essentially are giving him permission.
Mm-hmm.
Blew my head off. I was like, oh dag, I did that. But Sam, let's talk about you. Let's talk about where in Chicago are you from?
Wild Hunnits, 127 Wallace.
Oh, the Wild
Wow.
For real.
Wow.
Wow. Well, look, you done moved on up to the east side. and so did you go to Carver?
No, I went to Julian.
Oh, you went to Julian. Okay.
Yeah, so I was right on the borderline. So we were on the borderline. And so I went to Julian, and we was added at Carver. You know how that went down.
For sure.
Carver and Finger and Corliss. So.
Oh, right. Because that's in that same little pocket.
Right.
And then did you? Where did you? What? Tell us your. Lisa knows it. Tell those who don't know it. The journey from the Wild Hunnits to Cleveland top personality.
Wow, man. So I used to do radio, make believe radio, I should say, in my basement in the Hunnits, right? So I'll pretend I was on the radio. I used to make these cassettes, and I'll record the commercials instead of recording the music. I record the commercials because I wanted to sound like it was a real radio station. Long story short, I wound up doing radio at WOUI. A friend of mine, Marcella, she was going to IIT. And that's right there on 33rd and Federal State. Y'all know where that's at? Mm-hmm. So I would go up there. I wasn't a student there. This is my last year in high school. And I would go up there and I would do a radio show from like what was it? Sundays. We'd be on Wednesday nights, 9 to midnight, and then Sundays all day. And then I would sneak up there and do the morning show. And we would prank call Doug Banks in the morning. We used to prank call him.
Doug Banks.
We used to prank call him, and that was funny too. And so from there, I met Jammin' Dave Michaels, and Jammin' Dave said, "Man, maybe you need to, really look at doing this. It was kind of like a hobby." And then I went to Kennedy King College, WKKC, and from there, went to Mississippi. Slept in my car a few times. To do radio down in Columbus, Mississippi. I think they was paying me like $640 some a month.
Oh,
and I went down and yes, I was doing 7 to midnight just to get in. That's how hungry I was. Mm-hmm. And then went from there to Arkansas, to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to eventually coming back home and getting a chance to work at GCI.
And is that where the magic with you and Lisa E began?
Yeah, it was on the second round. I had met Lisa then, but it was on the second round when I came back and to do afternoons.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And that's when we really started working together every day. We already knew each other, and with me and Big Papa and Lisa would clown around. It was just a great that era. I can say I had the opportunity to work with so many great people that it prepared me for today.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? That energy, that vibe. And then me and Lisa got a chance to work when I came back when I got the phone call to come to GCI, because see, I had left GCI to come to Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
And I would drive on the weekends back home to do the weekend on GCI.
Yeah.
And I would do 5 days a week here in Cleveland. And then I would either be on a plane. That's when the tickets were like $100 round trip.
Yeah.
And I would come home and do my thing at with the Prop House, E2 and the Taste.
Hey.
and then come right back to Cleveland until I got that phone call to say, hey, why don't you do it every day from here? And that's how we connected from there. Yep.
Okay. So now
took over afternoon.
We know that those are y'all created probably, especially with now the difference in radio and broadcast. What you guys did there is probably not repeatable because it's not the same. I mean, can you do something as great? Yes, but because radio is so different, what experience did you take from that you're applying now to the transition in radio and broadcasting?
Well, you got to keep personality. I don't care what radio folks say. You got to have personality. And with social media, I learned back then that you needed to take advantage of social media. People needed to see you when you was not on the radio. You know what I mean? They wanted to see who you are, what you're about, to connect. I always felt like you needed to connect and not depend on the radio station to connect, because you had to. First you had Black Planet, then you had MySpace. They gave you a little more. You can, what I mean? You remember that. And then before we are here where we are now, I used to like to make videos and produce them on my Mac and then post them before Facebook will allow you to go live. So that was a way that I felt can help me go to the next level. And like we all are here now. So I think that opportunities like this and taking what you learned, taking the old school and being able to mix it with the new school and to grow and to learn from what the new is, will keep you relevant to today's technology and time, to keep you connected to the audience.
Gotcha. Lisa tells me that you got the best fish and chicken place in Cleveland.
They love it.
Or
Yeah.
in Ohio, rather.
And it's so funny because when I went out there, I was telling them on the air the other day when we just went right back in. When you worked together, when I came out there, it was Easter a couple years ago, and we had unfortunately, the man that was killing people live on Facebook. And Sam's like, Lisa, I know we're supposed to go to dinner, but this just came up. You ready to roll? And I went back into your producer mode. Do you remember that for the next couple of days? I'm pulling up mental health places. We're pulling up the man's family. I was literally researching, and he was like, I know you're here for vacation. I was like, I know we work together. That's what it was. So, and it was, we just went right back into work mode. And then, but your food is amazing. His restaurant, because you have 5 now, right? It's 5 of them?
Six locations. It's a blessing, humble, man. 6 locations. We 5 Sam Soup Chicken and Fish locations, and then we just opened up the Silks version, sit down version with entertainment. Wow. And extended the menu a little bit and whatnot, and we're super happy and proud about that, man. It's Chicago's own Damon Williams did the comedy show for the grand opening and was off the chain. So yeah, man, it's I'm humbled. It's a blessing, y'all. It's a blessing.
And I was gonna say, I'm sorry, I'll let Dawn talk, but I was saying people come out for you. Sam does so many things. When Sam says I'm doing something, people come out in, like you when you did your R&B ball and you said, hey, if you want your artist Sean White, he put Sean on to perform. They were bananas out there. There was like standing. I mean, people were lined up to come in for. Sam puts his name on something and they come out in droves to come in and support you. So,
that doesn't surprise me after having read the book and understanding the love of his wife and his respect of family. It doesn't. It's easy to see how somebody would support him because he actually is living the life he's promoting and not just having conversation and being a dirty, rotten scoundrel. So
exactly.
It's easier to love and follow somebody when they actually are walking and talking the same language.
Oh yeah. And Sam's probably the only person that actually saw me not being able to speak. I told the story about when we had The Rock in the studio and he smelled so good and he looked so good and nothing would come out my mouth. And Sam was like, I've never seen this before. My producer is at a loss for words. Do you remember that? I think you're the only person that witnessed me ever not speaking.
And then that damn snake, that big cobra. What was that big? What was it, python? What was that? They came that the circus brought in. That was crazy.
Oh, and I put you. Weren't you afraid of it? I put it around my neck.
What?
That's right. I forgot. Yeah,
Don.
It was a python, but they're friendly. So yeah, I was the one. I love any type of animals or living creatures. Now if it was just. If the python was just crawling around outside, no, I probably wouldn't have tried to pet it, but it was a friendly one. But yes, I was that one doing that. We had so many just fun, silly times, but and it was funny because your morning show is always the show that's supposed to carry everybody throughout the day, but our afternoon show was so powerful that the morning show was like, wait, you guys got these interviews? And they're like, so then that's when they pulled me out of the show and put me on mornings. Remember that? So
oh yeah, I remember.
They took me away. Yeah, I cried for about a week for that one, but but they wanted that quality of the entertainers and the guests on the morning show, but
So Sam, that's the dirt we don't know. They threw you under the bus. Shame on them.
Hey, it is what it is, man. I mean, we were making a lot of noise. I mean, we were hitting some great numbers, and it was a different. I want to say it was a different era, and I wanted to bring that excitement that drew me to want to do radio, and that's what I believe that you have to give. You have to that excitement, man. I give props to the people who always reached out and gave back. And that would be Doug. I met Doug when I told you I went to the station, my first radio job. Doug Banks took me up under his wing. We talked, and you're like, oh, you the guy up here, Sam, you calling up here this morning, playing on the phone. And so then he gave me the 911 call. Y'all remember the Deer 911 call?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And Doug gave me that. He said, take this with you. Curl, man, put it on the reel to reel. Some of y'all know about reel to reel.
Yeah, I was explaining, right? The reel to reel.
And I took it down there with me, and I got fired from one station for playing it.
Well, Lisa said you never a real radio host until you get fired. Hey,
right.
Maze, I don't need to be real. I'm not getting fired.
Right, but this is this is a different time now. This is
I don't care. Still radio. It's Maze camera 2. Maze right. Jackson. Right. I'm already real. I'm already a made woman. Fire me if you want to. Go ahead.
And it was funny, Sam. We were just talking about the Billboard Awards. They were last night. I said we had. Oh my God, this was not the Stevie Wonder. I was with Rick Perry, but we had fun at the Billboard. And when you talk about being aggressive, I'm not a person. I don't walk around like, yo, I'm Lisa E. Hey, I get this and this. But in certain situations, you have to throw your clout around. We were at WGCI. We were one of the top 3 stations in the country. And at the Billboard Awards, when we're doing live broadcasts, Maze just came in and said she's fine.
What up, Maze?
Maze wouldn't do it
and
like
now,
that.
And breaking news, there's a hostage situation.
Right.
And what's in it for the Black People Media Studios?
No.
They're holding Maze up in the booth. No,
yes. But we're in the middle of the Billboard Awards, and some of the people, they said, well, they only can do 3 or 4 interviews. And you have like 50, 60 stations broadcasting live. I'm like, Sam, pick and choose. Who do you want? And like they said, well, LL Cool J can only do 3 stations. Oh, Todd's here? LL? Hey, I walk right up. I didn't even care. I was trying to just push my power because the people running stuff, I was like, I got a personal relationship with LL Cool J. Walked up. Do you remember that? I pulled his hand, took him right over to us. Same thing with Cisco. And like, I was like, if it's a big name, I just pushed it around. They were looking like, dang.
Yeah, that was so dope.
Yeah. Sam, tell us a little bit more about you want to take a break? Okay. Stay with us. You are listening to the Book of Dawn on What's in It for the Black People Media with Sam Silk, top radio personality now in Cleveland, and you could probably hear him on iHeart, but not during 9 to 11 Chicago time. We'll be right back. Stay with us. WIFTBPM.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Week events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Week members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Week letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
WIFTV.
Live from your studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. With Dawn Millhouse.
Welcome back. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn right here from What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. Sam, we're talking to Sam Silk, Chicago-born Julian Jaguar.
Jaguar.
So, Sam, off subject, what year did you graduate from high school?
I left in 1990. I actually graduated at Benjamin Mays. So I went to Julian 3 years.
Okay.
And then I went to Benjamin E. Mays, which is the side of Kennedy King.
Okay.
69. Y'all remember the old building? The old college? Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So you know the younger Irvin family members.
Yeah. He said the younger Irvin family members.
Byron, the oldest, is my age. So you would have been in school with Lanny or Nikki.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Exactly, right? And Julian Green went to Julian, didn't he?
He did?
I'm pretty sure he went.
And Cootie went there.
Cootie went there as well.
Yeah.
Sam, tell us a little bit about when did you know or believe in yourself enough to actually put the pen to the paper and author your first book?
Wow. So that was like 2011. I just had to do it. You know what I mean? I was like, it's time. I keep hearing about, we used to get a lot of callers on the air, or just friends, personal stuff I went through. And I was like, look, I need to put this together. A lot of times I would hear, and I'm talking about men do what women allow. I would always hear how we are terrible, men this, men that, men this, men that. And I would listen to these stories. And I was like, but you allowed that. You had a way out and you didn't take it. I just mentioned that today on my show. Like, you got a way out, but you didn't take it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, well, I've been blessed with this brand. If others can do it, I can do it too. So I had to discipline myself to sit down and put that book together. You have to evolve. You have to take your career to the next level. And if you don't believe in yourself, then why should someone else believe in yourself? Believe in you. That makes sense?
Absolutely.
And so I was like, I got to do that. I got to tell this side. I hear a lot of the brothers say this, they say that, and I hear the sisters say this and that. I said, well, let me put something together.
And then, and so then that book, because some of the things you just mentioned that gave you the inspiration for that book, which I will read, I haven't. I did read Is It Them or Is It Me? And it sounds like that this new book is an extension of that. Because in Is It Them or Is It Me, you talk about really self-examination, like a self-evaluation, because we often blame it on the other person.
You do. Men and women do that. We're quick to say, it's her. She did this. Why you always do this and that? But do you look at yourself and see where you are? You know what I'm saying? What you're willing not to tolerate. A lot of times people just look at the flesh. That's it. And then now you guys and then made it. Y'all done got together and you ignored the red flags, which I talk about in the book. And so you never get a chance to evaluate yourself and say, where am I at right now? Where do I want to go? Why does this keep happening? What makes me happy? What I'm not willing to tolerate? At some point in your life, you need to get over just the flesh side, meaning, bam, she's fine. Okay, she's fine, but you done dated 2 or 3 crazy people. You done dated 2 or 3 crazy dudes. You should be like, okay, they fine, but here comes the price. If I allow him or her to do this, I have to have standards. I have to know what I don't want to deal with or tolerate. Now, no one's perfect. No one's perfect. There could be, it's going to be something new, a new challenge in that. But at least you're not repeating, and you kind of already kind of like did a checklist.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it has to be that that the magic doesn't happen, that you don't see this beautiful lady one day, angel falls out the sky, whatever that may be.
Sunshine.
Right. Right. But at least if you could consciously say, hey, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. I'm not willing to accept this, or this is what I can go 50-50 here. At least you for yourself know. And sometimes you get caught off guard. I see a lot of people, I gotta get her, or, ooh, I'm lonely. And then all of a sudden they're in a messed up relationship.
Yeah. Now some of the stuff that stood out, I know it stood out because it's highlighted. I read it on the computer Kindle, so it's in big yellow like I'm in class, because I feel like this is a workbook. I feel like you should create a manual or a workbook, and you should do Zoom live sessions, relationship sessions, because I feel like for me, writing stuff helps me bring it inside me, like reading it, but then writing it down, and it was almost like a workbook. You have graphics, you have charts, you have checklists, which makes it very interactive for the reader. But you talk about one of the things that stood out the most was nonverbal communication. And can you share a little bit about that part with our listeners?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be able to, when you've been in a relationship for a while, you have to, we always say, you listen. Sometimes you just be quiet and listen to what she or he has to say. And once you do that, and you all get to know one another, sometimes the way that they may come in, you can read it, if that makes sense. Once you really get into somebody, and you can tell the right question. You can know from their body language on how you should approach them. So if you had a bad day and they had a bad day, you want to be able to know how to come to her, know how to come to him. And just by reading, just by looking at the face, you know what I'm saying? That language, once you've been with your mate for a minute, you kind of know what's up, or you can notice something is on their mind. You know what I'm saying? Or right now, this is not the right time. Or let me ask that differently. Let me say that differently, and not be so emotional about what you want to say. Does that make sense?
I was going to say, like this Saturday, if somebody forgets Sweetest Day, and you can pick up on your significant others when they give you the mean face or slam the door on you, you'll know.
Yeah, well, they'll be okay if they buy tickets to Adele and Teresa's concert.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so Sam, you said two things that took me to the next thing that stood out that most people don't really understand, even in just conversation. You talked about the difference in hearing and listening. So hearing somebody is different than listening to somebody, and that translates to miscommunication. Can you share your perspective on that?
Yeah. If you okay, a lot of times you all say, women, I say, because men, we have a certain way how we do things. We'll be sitting there, you all be are you listening to me?
Do you hear me?
And so sometimes we're processing what you said, because we don't want to, you don't want to quickly be like, well, we're processing. I like the process.
Okay.
So when you're listening, I like, okay, this is what she's really saying. And then sometimes the same thing with on the opposite side. I'm just telling from a male perspective. And then on the opposite side, if I just quickly try to answer everything just like that, I'm not going to be able to, you might not even let me respond. My first 3 words in my comeback to what you just said, because I didn't got emotional too. We both like this. Now I'm not being able to really hear you. So I like to listen and be able to process that. And that's what I think people need to do in relationships, is that even though you heard at that time, and it's okay, allow her or him to have those moments, because we are human. You're gonna snap sometimes. Am I real?
Yeah.
And allow him or her to do that. They're human. They're not perfect. And then you take in what he or she has said, and then you're able to come back with a better response. And then now it's up to that person to listen to do the same thing you just did.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So
Absolutely.
you're not boom, boom, boom. And that's what happens a lot of times with that whole communication piece. I talk about communication in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes y'all don't want to hear this word. It's for everybody. Shut up and listen. Let us say what you got to say. Listen, you will find out, oh, I didn't even know that. Or you won't realize that the way you responded hurt her. That hurt it. It hurt.
Yeah, and
it hurted it. It hurted it.
It hurted it. It had hurted it. No, but what's really important to emphasize about what you just said is you. What do they say? You're listening to talk, or you're listening to reply, versus listening to hear it, or whatever the saying is. I can't remember right now. Listening to respond. Yeah, you can't listen to respond because you definitely are anxious because at the point of controversy, you feel like your point is really valuable, but you like you said, you often prejudge it, jump in too soon, and haven't even given the person the opportunity to exactly say what they're saying. And then to your point, you haven't processed it because you can respond quickly and not even know and not have any relevance to what the person just said.
Yeah. You missed the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that. I've done that about
We all have
a lot of times.
She said 30 a lot. Right.
Are you done here?
Yeah, are you right? Are you done? And you like digging potatoes, trying to get in the crazy. Sam, you also in that book talk about something. You give 4 steps: pursuit, protect, provide, penetrate. About the process for a man in engaging in relationship. Can you just touch on those 4 P's? Because when it said there's 4 P's, I got nervous. I thought but it was a good penetrate's a good word. I like the word. I got nervous though. I didn't because I read
right. But you want that pursuit, man. Y'all remember back in the day where we used to call it macking?
Yeah.
You want to be able to pursue, you know what I'm saying? Be able to, show her how you feel. Kind of like the old school used to call it what? Courting?
Sure.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to I think we've gotten away from that. I mean, I guess I've been married, so I don't really, it's been years of trying to go pursue, but I think that pursuit still always remain with the one that you're with. But you want to be able to have that pursuit before you can get all the way to the penetration. And the penetration is not really on the physical, it's on the mental and being intimate, being able to share, to learn. So you can pursue, you try to pursue him or her, but yet you want to be able to get that mind, get that heart. And so going back to what we just said, what we was talking about the communication part, if you don't go through some of those steps to get to know somebody and all you want to do is physically penetrate, so now you wind up
sound like Charlie Brown teacher.
Yeah. So you want to be able to kind of go through that, man. You want to what is it, Sweeties Day coming up?
Yeah. Yes.
Single people watching or dating, did he or she, because I know we do this battle of it, Sweeties Day for the guys, or Valentine's, we supposed to do it for you all or whatever, but how is he or she treating you this weekend? What is the pursuit? That's good. Does that make sense? Like, what is that? Or is it just about getting to the bed?
But and if people are smart, it could go hand in hand. When you can penetrate somebody's mind completely and you're on that intelligent, when you just have fun on because of what the conversation is and listening to somebody and having fun, just like you said, penetrating their mind. When it comes time to the other type of penetration, it's going to be about 50 times better because you've already stimulated them on their mind. So
and that's why some people, I've heard this, It wasn't all that. It was, girl, he was black. I didn't, or him. You know, he was never into her like that. And so can I be blunt on here?
Please
knock yourself out.
Tell her like a
So now you're a 5-minute brother, a 3-minute brother, because you was all into her flesh. You never got a chance for you all to really talk to connect. You just wanted the physical side. And now you missed out on everything we've been talking about thus far. You know, it goes hand in hand. But yet, if you would take the time to see to get there, maybe you might have a better turnout. Maybe you don't run your mileage up unnecessarily. Maybe you don't allow another soul tie to happen that will only complicate you getting with someone else or getting with the right person.
I could, and this is a whole nother sermon, but I don't think people, what you just said that I heard, because I understand the difference. Intimacy and physicality are different, right? So when the penetration is an intimate connection, carrying from that, people do not understand. And if we could make men and women understand that soul ties, sex really not, let's be clear, I wasn't a virgin when I got married, okay? But sex is intimate, and it is every time you are intimate with someone, you create a soul tie. That body, that spirit is a part of you until, and that's why you catch feelings and carry baggage, because you have not released that soul tie that probably shouldn't happen in the first place.
At all. And
Yeah.
and then some people are expecting something sexually, so that other person, they woke it up, right? And now you like this, you like it like that. You know damn well he or she can't provide or be anything else, but that now that you hook to that. So now when you do meet him or her the next, you're looking for that feeling that they made happen, or that you all made happen together, something that they open up. And a lot of that, you like, I ain't never done that before. That was wild. And what happens is that's something that they learned from the other person they was with. It wasn't all because they was watching Pornhub. They learned something else from somebody else. And now they want to bring that over to this because they're looking for what they was introduced to.
Absolutely. And they chase that good feeling instead of that long haul.
Yeah. Come on, Don. What you writing that book, Don?
You know what?
Like,
it actually.
Come on.
It is actually. It's happening. It's happening in real time.
Now you guys are gonna push me to finally finish mine. I've been writing for 15 years.
Yeah, you got to finish it, baby. Tomorrow ain't promised.
That's crazy because I'm writing one too.
Are you?
It's called Pseudo Love.
Pseudo love. I like that. Like fake.
Yeah.
Like Drake. Like that fake love, baby. Sam, you're from Chicago, so I got to give you this quiz because you're gonna have to come back because we haven't even scratched the surface of your greatness and your contribution to the community through your coat drive. And even your statement, your letter to your supporters on your food website about giving them instructions about how to be safe during COVID and just tips that the average restaurant, they put a disclaimer on there, but they don't go through a step-by-step and sign it from I go to a lot of restaurants.
You have to be involved. When I get off with you, I'm going to be on the phone talking to them. 2 stores I got to go to today.
And he's on the air right now in Cleveland.
That's
the power of, that's the magic of being at home today, right?
Right.
But that's that broadcaster's mentality too, because we're so detailed when we have other guests on. So when we take other projects, you're going to cover everything. So Sam got everything covered. So
okay, so Sam, you ready for your quiz?
All right.
Wow, hundreds. Sugar or salt and pepper on your grits?
Oh man, well, it depends on. For me, we used to always put the sugar in there, You know what I'm saying? But if I eat it with like a sausage, I want the salt on. I'm weird like that. I want the salt on the grits. But if I'm just eating a bowl of grits, it's sugar.
It's sugar. Okay. Sneakers or gym shoes?
Oh, gym shoes.
Thank you.
Lord, he from the wild for real. Cubs or White Sox?
Come on. Let's see. You know what? I want to ask you what you think. What you think I'm gonna say?
I was hoping you say Cubs. Julian Green went to your high school. He worked for the Cubs.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
We went to the Cubs game too. That's right. I was gonna say you better be Cubs.
When the Cubs won the World Series and they wanted me to cover that side, I was out there with my Cubs hat on.
In Cleveland, because we beat the Cleveland Indians, right?
We sure did, and I was there. I should have called you.
Yeah.
I was at that game. That was a good day. Okay, thin crust or deep dish pizza?
That's so hard. It depends on where you get it from, though.
That's what everybody said. So tell me your thin crust and your deep dish spot.
Okay, Italian Fiesta and Beggars. And then
Beggars is good.
Yeah, and then Giordano's for the deep dish.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Gino's gonna be mad at you, but Italian Fiesta is kicking ass and taking names on
Italian Fiesta, but Aurelio's is still the best. Aurelio's is still the best, but Italian Fiesta definitely after that.
Aurelio's is good, but they're not a whole lot in the city, so people wouldn't be able to connect.
Yeah, there's the one downtown, but this might.
Okay, Sam, ketchup or mustard on your hot dog?
Man, I'm gonna mess y'all up. I'm gonna ketchup on the hot dog. Man.
See,
good for you.
Right? Who picked that?
But did you say ketchup or ketchup?
It's ketchup. Now, if I'm, let's go ketchup. I put on the radio thing and said ketchup today.
Okay. I'm gonna pretend you said ketchup. Somebody fix that audio to ketchup. Soda or pop?
Pop.
Thank you.
I'm gonna pop you when I see you.
Don says sneakers and soda, Sam.
Harold's Chicken or Uncle Remus?
Oh, you play too much. Cause see, I got family all over. So I just say Harold's.
Okay.
You're supposed to say Sam's. You're supposed to say Sam's Chicken.
Yeah. Well, I haven't opened up there yet because I'm opening up there yet soon.
All right. Lem's dry rub style barbecue or Leon style?
Is Leon still there on over there?
They're reopening. He's reopening.
Yeah. And the one used to be on 79th Street down from the Denzel Bar.
Yeah, the one on Cottage. So somebody came to Chicago and was looking for Leon. Denzel Washington was looking for Leon's, and the Leon's man heard about it and is reopening because of it. That was on the news like 3-4 months ago. Yeah,
I would have to go. I had many late nights at Leon's. Then they had one over there on Racine.
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah,
sure did. Okay, freeway or expressway?
Expressway. They look at me crazy when I'm here talking about my expressway. Like, what you talking about?
Ain't nothing fast about it. Ain't nothing express about the damn rhyme.
At all.
Okay, do you say auntie or auntie?
Auntie.
Of course you do.
That's right. See, yeah, I think most of our guests are going to say that.
Yeah. Okay, samsylk.com. SAMSYLK.com, right? Can we find all, and Instagram, Sam Silk?
Yep, Sam Silk with a Y on all social media.
Real quick, where did the silky part come from?
Man, back when I was in the hundreds and I used to wear, y'all remember the starter hats?
Heck yeah.
And they was kind of like satin, like we used to go to Evergreen Plaza and pick up some, the hats, and they had the starter jackets. And then one of my guys like, you must think you silk or you satin or something. Ooh. I was like, I'm gonna use that. That's gonna be my DJ name. I was like,
I love it. You owe him some money. I hope he ain't watching. The views expressed by Sam Silk and where he got his name from are not. No, I'm just kidding. Sam, thank you so much. I know that you are super duper busy, but I also know that it was important for Lisa and myself to make certain that Chicago understands your greatness, your commitment to the community, your commitment to relationships, and helping Black people heal, or all people heal through relationships. And so for me, that's what your book does. Your books are both available on Amazon. Is It Them or Is It Me? And what's the name of the first one?
Men Do What Women Allow.
Yeah, ladies, read that so we can write a rebuttal. I'm just saying.
Hey, can I give y'all a shout out, man? I appreciate the opportunity, and this is wonderful. I mean, to see what Maze is doing is a great thing, and I mean, I'm talking about making noise and having that platform where conversations can be discussed. You don't have to worry about 60 seconds to say what you got to say. And then Don, I got it. You know, what was the name of the spot over on in Hyde Park?
Park 52 or Dixie Kitchen or Harper Square. I worked at Hemingway. I don't know, how old was I?
But Lisa, who at that spot? What is that where we first met? Though, Park 52.
It might have been Park 52, but you came to Dawn's restaurant too, which was Envy. That was on. Okay.
No, none of that was open. When you met?
What was it? 2000? What was the spot we did the soap opera I used to do? The YouTube
that was Park 52.
That might have been Park 52. Yeah. That was yeah.
But Don, you doing it? And
thank you.
You doing a whole radio show. That's dope. And you good at it.
And she's good. She does great questions. She's natural at interviews, and even she books guests. Sam, you know, I've always been used to doing pretty much everything for everybody, and Dawn actually does a lot herself. And I'm like, what am I here? Like she books interviews. She does that. Like, yeah.
Hey, you know I'm Barbara's child. I gotta, you know. So, I can't wait. We could just have them all. She said, "Who did you book?" I said, "It don't matter. We can fit them in. We got 2 whole hours, and all we got to do is play commercials. Let's do it. We have a whole damn view here. Like, we could be the View, and we could have 1 million people on in 2 hours."
And it's funny, when we used to, you know, we had competition radio stations, and we stopped working together. And it was our birthdays. I would say I started calling him Samantha, even though it's Sam, and then he would say, like, to me, he'd be like, "Happy birthday to Leonard Finkel." He would say Leonard. He would call me Leonard. That was like our little personal, and all the radio people knew it because we couldn't really, you know, you're a competition, so you have little things you do, but yeah, thank you so much, Sam.
Sam, you'll have to promise when we can, you'll come back and visit us in studio. Mm-hmm. Bring me some fish, fry hard, okay? And if you got catfish with the tails, I want the catfish tail.
You want the tails? Oh,
fry hard, please.
I just want a piece. I just want a breast.
Yeah.
She has breasts.
Right.
Don't bring
like
no
the right.
Okay. Listen, Sam, I usually say 2 things, but I'm going to say one thing, and you'll appreciate this. You have, thank you for tuning in to the Book of Dawn. We'll be back tomorrow, the next page, with Adele Givens and Teresa Griffin and Victor Love from Josephine's Southern Cooking. Shine so bright that it burns their fucking eyes. Yep. I said the F word. Shine so bright that you burn their fucking eyes. 2 peas in a bucket. You've been listening to the Book of Dawn. Peace. Get better, Nick Saban. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.